Let me answer the first question first. If Russia invades, that means tanks or troops crossing the border of Ukraine again. Then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
How will you do that exactly? Since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control.
We will, I promise you, we'll be able to do it.
Thank you very much for your question. I want to be absolutely clear. We have intensively prepared everything to be.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Call Loyim La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakodash. Double honors to apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, pushing the work of truth and sincerity. All right. Name of this one is Watch as Esau plunges the world into chaos. Okay. And as of late, we got leaky pipelines in the Baltic Sea. Okay. The Eurozone says it's not by coincidence. They believe it's sabotage. All right. And that would make sense because, the president about 7 months ago pretty much incriminated himself. Okay. This ain't to point fingers, but, it's obvious, but I made this lesson just to point out there, the great miseries that's coming. Okay. Because this event is going to spark a chain of events that's going to really, really, really hit, certain places, mainly in the Eurozone. Okay. It's going to hit it pretty hard. Okay. And it's bad enough they were already in the talks about energy prices going up and have been going up and people struggling to, pay their energy bill, and this is just going to put the icing on the cake. All right. And this is part of the birth pains. OK, these are the beginning of sorrows. All right. And, this is Esau's modus operandi. This is his MO. This is his mantra, man, to plunge the world into misery. OK. And yeah, man, you got this going on. But then, you still got idiots on this side, making statements like, blaming the bear, when we know who the big bear is. There we go. It says European energy war. Is Putin weaponizing the Nord Stream pipelines? So they'll throw an article out like that. But your own president incriminated himself, basically, if it was some drug dealers or something like that saying they put a hit out on somebody or sabotage something, they'll be arrested immediately. But, this is Esau's world and he get to do anything he want, even if it means, pretty much plunging a whole society into the darkest winter they ever known. OK, people are going to suffer behind this, and, I only had a few precepts. Again, I don't have to, we ain't investigating nothing. These events are going to happen because the scriptures say that they're going to happen. It says the world is going to languish and the people is going to languish. That's in Isaiah 24th chapter, but more, let me go ahead. Oh yeah. I want to mention this is a pretense for the nations hating the whore. Okay. And making war against the whore. Okay. That's also a big thing that's coming from this. All right. So what I did have, I'll just touch on the great miseries part first. This ain't a long lesson. This pretty much straight to the point. We know exactly what's going on. We know the agenda behind it. We know Esau is generating scarcity. Okay. And, they just got a satanic handle on the world, and they're going to continue doing what they're doing until the Lord make full use of them and bring them into judgment. Okay. And that's how the Lord works. So let me get, 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. Okay. 8 and 50. All right. So it says, for many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter time shall dwell in the world because they have walked in great pride. All right. And their pride is against the Lord. Okay. And that's why the majority of the world is going to suffer. All right. Because when the world, Salakia, the world doesn't understand is that they are, okay, in opposition to the Lord. And that's why the Lord makes it known through his prophets. All right. As to what, all right, is going on. All right. We give you the full understanding. 2 Ezra 15:5. Behold, the Lord said, the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. All right. And the Lord is about to make good on his word. All right. And he's going to use Esau to do it, as we see. All right. And the more we see these things transpire, like what happened in the Baltic Sea, the more we could, the more is working towards the will of the Heavenly Father. Okay. So you got people confused all over the place. They blaming the bear for it. They blaming the whore for it. So it's a lot going on, but you only gonna get your play-by-play from the prophets, and ultimately the understanding is that, hey, the world is gonna go to shit before that great and dreadful day of the Lord. All right. But the like I said, this event is gonna spark other events. All right. And it's gonna spark that thermonuclear war. Okay. And that's part of that dreadful day as well. Okay. So all things are working in tandem with what the Lord, how he has things set up ultimately for his purpose. Matthew 24:6. Okay. Because this is essentially what's happening right now in front of our faces. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. All right. So don't be troubled. All right. Because these things must come to pass. All right. Okay. And a lot of these events are going to take place, and we're waiting on pretty much things to shake up. Leading up to this MOTB, which is the RFID chip. Okay, because these events are going to spark, that RFID chip being imposed on the society. Okay, because they want to invoke and generate crises so they could, pretty much starve people out. So that they can force them in a way to take and to deceive people to take this RFID chip, which is the MOTB. All right, and ye shall hear and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And you already know what the elite say, man. You never let a good how do you say, a good tragedy go to waste, or dang, I forget the word. See, but yeah, man, you don't let this is an opportunity for them to push more wickedness, push more evil. So these are the times, like, they're not letting this pandemic go to waste. They're continuing to spread lies in their mass media to conjure up fear. All right, so that people will have people will be unsure. All right, and they'll just choose the first hero they see, whether he's a wolf in sheep's clothing or whatever. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So we're literally starting to see the beginning of sorrows. Okay, all right. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Okay. And that's coming. Okay. So our persecution is coming. But of course, the Lord said he was going to save us out of it. No matter how he's going to, no matter how it's going to play out, the Lord said what he said. All right. But the point being on Matthew 24:6-8. All right. So let's move on. Okay, because again, these are the birth pains, and these are the things that the world is going to have to endure because of the insolence and hatred towards the Most High, starting with the elites all the way down to the to the most insignificant people on the planet. Okay, Second Ezra 16 and 36. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. All right, that's right. All right, we only believe in one power, Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. All right, because Yahweh Shai comes in the same power and has the same power as Yahweh, which was given to him. That's part of his glory. That's what he died for, right along with saving the children of Israel. Verse 37, it says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Now we see them now. We're seeing them starting to draw nigh. Okay. It says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. All right. And see, that's what's happening in the time and age that we live in. Things are becoming more harder. All right. And when a woman is about to have her, her child, those pains start to grow more and more and more. And they start to wax worse and worse and worse until the baby comes. Okay. And that's essentially what we're going to see. We're going to see the world get worse. We're going to see things become difficult, more difficult, because the Lord is coming. And also Revelations 12 and 12, actually, I have it in my Bible. I got my Bible open, so I'll read it from here. Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, and that's the gameplay right now. That's what's happening. All right, this devil is coming down with great wrath because he knoweth that he hath a short time. And he has to mobilize his new world order and capstone it. All right. Because, of course, he's monitoring us. He's monitoring what we're saying. He's looking out into space. He's doing all sorts of things. OK. And he's noticing that his time is being cut short by certain signs. All right. You better believe me. This devil is watching certain signs. OK. Because he's trying to make his great escape. All right. He will escape, but he won't be able to get away. All right, scot-free. Okay, so it says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. Well, I said it beforehand. It says, in the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. All right. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. When you go into that word pilgrim, that means a wayfarer. Okay, so those who receive the truth, all right, we depart from this world. We pretty much unlink ourselves, all right, and somewhat go off the grid, with this world. Now we have to use the world as of right now, but when things start to become, real life difficult, because you got Esau, Edom, wanting to oppress or destroy us, of course, that's when we're going to have to let go of everything. Okay. And, Lord willing, the Lord's going to be there to guide us and to get us through all these things that's set up to come. Okay. So that's right. So we have to be in that pilgrim mindset. When you go into pilgrim, that means like a wayfarer. And then a wayfarer that's looking for a miracle. I believe that's what it says in the definition as well. Okay. So let me just get it. All right. All right. So pilgrim, a person traveling to a holy place. Now, aren't we? All right. We're seeking a kingdom. All right. It says as a penance, or to discharge some vow or religious obligation, or seeking some miracle or spiritual benefit. All right. And that's what we're doing. We're seeking a miracle. All right. Because this world is corrupt. All right. And it's corrupt thanks due to the leaders, the people that own everything, the people that, have all the money. All right. So we're waiting on a miracle to happen. And that miracle is that the Lord is going to come with healing in his wings. Not only that, but he's coming with destruction. Okay. So last few precepts, because I mentioned earlier that this is a pretense to world, pretense to them, the nations hating the whore. All right. So Revelations 11:18. And it reads, it says, and the nations were angry. Why? Because it is. Because of the elite. Because they're angry with the whore, to be specific. All right. Because you got the U.S. Openly admitting to sabotaging this pipeline. Okay. And ultimately that means displacement. That means a dark, cold winter. And there's a lot of people that's going to die to that. Okay. All right. The winters get cold. They get they get dark, Okay. And people are going to be displaced. All right. People are going to be in anguish and in pain. All right. Because you need heat, you need gas to heat up the house. All right. You need gas to cook. All sorts of things, man. All right. So it says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. Okay. And the time of the dead. All right. And the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets. All right. And how the heathen is going to be judged is the Lord going to bring them all into battle. All right. He's bringing them into battle to fight against each other as well. Okay. Ultimately, and he's going to judge them by, by doing his damage as well. Okay. All right. So, and everybody's going to be judged in this World War III, man. All right. Okay. So it says into the saints. All right. Because this is the time when they're judged, our reward comes. Okay. Our reward is going to come. All right. It says into the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. All right. And we see who deliberately destroying the earth for war, strategic. They say it's crazy because they talk about global warming. All right. And pollution. And they just blew a pipeline, So that's absurd. So these people got to be taken out of the way. All right. And they are. All right. One more. And then I'm going to have to close. All right. Because I got to get ready for work and charge this phone. So the next one is Jeremiah 50. And hold on. Let me see. All right. Jeremiah 50 and 9. Okay. This is, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. All right. That's the bear. All right. That's the Soviet Union. Okay. Or Russia. All right. I don't want to say Russia because soon as enough, they're going to be clipping videos because it's going to get real. It's going to get real hot with this war, man. It's already hot. Okay. So the algorithms, they might take this down, and whatever, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. And Chaldea shall be a spoil, which is America. Okay. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, said the Lord, because you were glad, because you rejoice, or you destroyers of mine heritage. You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's what they've been doing. They've been destroying us. This is because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass, and the bellow as bulls. Your mother, here's a point right here, your mother shall be sore confounded. All right, and again, this is a pretense to the nations hating the whore, which is America, okay? All right, because again, this is going to spark another chain of events that's going to leave people in the most dire situations. All right. Imagine, it being 10 degrees outside and the heat's not working because, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, they blew the pipeline. Okay. So it says, verse 12, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nation shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. All right. And that's dealing with America, because this is going to spark that third world war. All right. And I'm launching from those silos. All right. It says, because the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited. All right. But it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon, America, shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. All right. And that's what the Lord is saying. What? It says, put yourselves in array against her, against Babylon, against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her and spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Yeah. All right. And that's what the Lord is doing. Okay. He's using, these Edomites on the Western Hemisphere to stir up, chaos and to generate crises and to generate, the scarcity, so that people suffer. They want people to suffer. All right. It's all according to their satanic plan, Lord willing, this was edifying. Hey, until next time, I say shalom.